Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, as usual, guys, many things to say. We will talk about managers, we will talk about players, we will talk about several transfer stories, and so let's jump into it together. Always time to keep you updated because the market for managers, players is heating up, and so there are always things to say, always things to clarify. Let me start today, guys, with managers. We have plenty of things to say about managers. Because the first story I wanted to clarify today is regarding Luis Enrique. Regarding Luis Enrique, because he's for sure one of the best managers in the world, if not the best, doing an incredible job at Paris Saint-Germain. What Luis Enrique, don't forget, with the director Luis Campos, who signed the players, and with the president Nasser Al-Khelaifi, all together working on this Paris Saint-Germain project, they've been incredible in building what they built. And Luis Enrique remains an absolutely crucial part of the project. So, today, reports again coming from France about, from RMC Sport, about Luis Enrique signing a new contract at Paris Saint-Germain. What I can say is that Paris Saint-Germain remain absolutely optimistic. Nothing has been signed yet, but Paris Saint-Germain remain absolutely optimistic, as they've always been. I always told you about this in this conversation with Luis Enrique over new contract, with an improved salary, with control of the Paris Saint-Germain project, together with Luis Campos, who signed a new contract 1 year ago, and obviously Nasser Al-Khelaifi, all together in building and keep building this Paris Saint-Germain project. So Luis Enrique is advancing in these conversations with Paris Saint-Germain over new contract for the next years, till 2030. The conversation is very positive, so Paris Saint-Germain are optimistic to get it done before the end of the season. Then, still waiting to get a final green light, but this is the conversation. Then, Luis Enrique, guys, when you ask me about Luis Enrique, I can tell you that there were some stories in England about this, and many of you keep asking me. The reality on Luis Enrique and Manchester United is that, let me say like this, there is someone internally at Manchester United who is big fan and dreams of Luis Enrique as Manchester United manager one day. So there is some truth in the reports in the last 2-3 months, not so fresh, about Luis Enrique and Man United, in the sense that Manchester United have, some people internally have this thought of Luis Enrique one day being maybe Man United manager, but nothing more than this, because at the moment the focus of Luis Enrique is on Paris Saint-Germain, is on negotiating this new contract with Paris Saint-Germain and on the pitch, of course. So nothing more than this. And also at Manchester United, they are absolutely aware of Luis Enrique being busy with PSG negotiating a new contract, and also Man United are also very happy with the work done so far by Michael Carrick. So they are not doubting Michael Carrick. They are having their internal process to decide on the best solution possible for the managerial situation. We know they need to decide their permanent manager from season 2026-27 and beyond, so that remains the plans. Internally, they keep talking about this, but now with full confidence in Michael Carrick. So that's the situation as of today. We will keep following that, because obviously it's going to be interesting summer for managers, and so this is about Michael Carrick, this is about Luis Enrique, and all the rest. But this is the status of the conversations as of today. And then today, guys, many questions on Didier Deschamps. Always, I keep saying the same, with maximum respect with the sources reporting this. At the moment, guys, from Real Madrid, they guarantee that they've made no contact, no direct talks with any manager. So the message from Real Madrid is full focus on present with Álvaro Arbeloa. Obviously, what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks is going to be crucial. There is Champions League clash against Bayern, there is La Liga, so there are several things to clarify in terms of future, and we know how important are results in general in football at top clubs, imagine at Real Madrid. So that remains the situation. But at the moment, Real Madrid have still not made any contact with managers. So that's the situation as of today. Then Didier Deschamps is going to leave the French national team after the World Cup. Zinedine Zidane will be the manager of the French national team if nothing strange happens, because it's not officially signed yet, but there is a verbal pact in place between Zinedine Zidane and the French Federation to be the manager in almost 3-4 months after the World Cup. So that remains the plan. And obviously the Deschamps on the market could be an interesting opportunity for many clubs interested. But at the moment, again, Nothing really advanced with any club. Real Madrid maintain the chance they are giving to Álvaro Arbeloa to see if he can have the opportunity to continue next season, or if they want to go for a different first manager for the next years. So that remains the situation as of today. Then, guys, in terms of players, two stories I wanted to touch on today. One is Enzo Fernandez. Enzo again out for Chelsea. He's going to be back next week. But today, Liam Rosenior said we still have some points to clarify with Enzo Fernandez. He apologized to the squad, to the manager, to the club. So everything has been clarified about that interview. But he said we still have things to clarify. Then, guys, on Enzo Fernandez, let me remind you, the story is that, okay, they can maybe now clarify the situation for the final games of the season, but Enzo Fernandez and Chelsea remain in contact and they have to clarify the contract situation. Because, as I always told you, even before the case of the interviews of Enzo Fernandez during the international break, even before that, I told you, they are negotiating a new contract. Chelsea and Enzo. There is no agreement on the numbers of this new contract, and this is why Chelsea and Enzo camp have had some moments of tension because of this contract situation. Then, if they can't agree on a new contract from now to the end of the season, as they haven't been able to agree on this new contract since December when they started conversations, well, obviously in the summer we have to see what happens. But that remains the point. They still have to discuss and clarify the future of Enzo Fernandez. The present is going to be next week, back in the squad, and we will see what's going to happen ahead of the summer transfer window. And then, guys, another important news of the day, confirmed what I told you 2 weeks ago here on my channel. Nico Schlotterbeck, the defender from Borussia Dortmund, despite the interest of several clubs, including Real Madrid, including English clubs, decided to sign new contract at Borussia Dortmund till 2031. So new contract signed, completed for Nico Schlotterbeck. I can confirm, Kicker reporting that there will be a release clause. Yes, there will be a release clause into the contract of Nico Schlotterbeck. He's going to be in the region of 60 million euros. So let's see what's going to happen next. For sure, Nico Schlotterbeck is signing a new contract also as a form of respect for Borussia Dortmund, not to leave the club as a free agent and to trust the project. But in terms of future, he's not closing doors in the future to a potential move to another top club. So this is why there is a release clause. This is why Nico Schlotterbeck's camp wanted to include a release clause into the contract negotiations with Borussia Dortmund. We will see what's going to happen next, but for sure, an important story. Schlotterbeck putting pen to paper on new deal till 2031 at Borussia Dortmund. And so, guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories from Luis Enrique to Kerrick, Didier Deschamps, Zinedine Zidane, your opinion on managers. What do you think, guys, about these potential stories? Domino. And then Nico Schlotterbeck, Enzo Fernandez. What's your expectation on these stories? Here in comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.